Guys, this is Commander Trotsky and welcome to a new episode of Hearts of Iron 4. In this mod, we will try the new Fire Rises. It's a mod of modern day. It describes Corona incident, but its alternative that Corona is much more dangerous, much more severe. There are many countries to play with, but the mod is not completed, so you cannot play with every country. You can just play with major nations until now. And the mod keeps expanding. Every update it adds a bunch of new nation focus trees. Until at the end, every nation would be playable, like Hearts of Iron 4. As the beginning, we would start as Russia, Putin's Russia, but this mod it has some alternative thing happening in Russia. I don't want to spoil the surprise right now, but yeah, we would restore the Soviet Union again. So at first we need to import. It's rubber, I think. And let's assign every factory to its productive weapons. Also, civilian factory, we would start to build civilian factories for now, as our economy is still weak. Okay, now every shipyard is assigned to building a ship. Some equipment are outdated as well, and because now every army has much of variety of weapons, so we have a lot of equipment missing in production. We cannot do anything about it right now, but as our economy expands and we would assign factories, at the end it would be sufficient. It would be okay. Okay, so we have 4 research slots, and in this mod, for some point, we cannot expand our research slots. The focus trees does not provide any extra research. So, since the Soviet Union fell, it explains the position of Russia. We are against the Golden Billion conspiracy theory. We are a post-Soviet state, a little bit capitalist. We lost a lot of territory. We have opposition who are liberal Western, which are led by Navalny, who was killed in prison in real life a few years ago. But it's still 2020 here, and here it's a different world, an alternative history. Okay. Syria, Bashar al-Assad wants non-aggression, not for now. Oligarchs require military investment in Makhachkala. They argue building a plan would create a lot of jobs. Was able to increase their influence? No, not right now. We don't need. Okay, so RF Sun and Putin's speech and amendment the constitution. Okay, first, now we can continue our focuses. We can begin our focus. So Russians dream, and the end it commence military operation in Ukraine. This is what Putin gets in real life, war in Ukraine. But in this mod we will not go until this, because something else would happen which would interrupt us. So we will not reach the war in Ukraine stage. Okay, so we can send equipment to Libya, help them to in their civil war, and COVID virus had emerged. It's of a novel virus states Wuhan. Sudden emergence of the virus has raised significant concern among health experts and global leaders alike, particularly with the return of thousands of Chinese citizens. Okay, so we all know what COVID is. Like, we don't have to explain and describe what happens with COVID. And first COVID cases in Russia, like, yeah, we closed the border with China, but after it was too late already, some people reported to have COVID in Russia. Oil price skyrockets, like it happened in real, not a big surprise. So, what should we do now? Purge problematic oligarchs, yeah. Oligarchs, we need to control them. Create and utilized Soviet nostalgia. It's impossible to beat the odds, challenge America. Yeah, we would explain to people that the times of the Soviet Union were actually great. We are all missed this time. It was when our nation is strong. And Victory Day we celebrate defeating Nazi Germany. Oh, a good occasion actually. Like, deserve, as we did 90% of the war effort alone, so I think we deserve to celebrate it at least one time every year. And the Saudi king died of COVID. See, this is the narrative part in the mod. The COVID is actually very strong, so he did not die in real. But in this mode now, it's and nationwide protest. It's also getting very bad in the United States. A lot of economic collapse. Things are getting out of control. Okay, so we're still having good popularity. United Russia. Oil deal. Okay, no, I think we would sell them with normal prices. And sanction-proof economy. We need to protect ourselves from the sanctions imposed by the European Union because of the annexation of Crimea. Anyway, our economy does not suffer from these sanctions. We build a sanction-proof economy, so they can do whatever they want. And Syria asked for economic help. Okay, we stand with Syria. Anti-French coup in Mali. The African nations start to understand that they should be liberated from colonization, new colonization. Every country should have its own sovereignty. Militant junta ready extended partnership. Okay, yeah, I think we should sign all the economic treaties with our African friends. Encourage domestic production done. And now enforce lockdown. Yeah, everyone should stay home because quarantine. We need to protect ourselves from spreading COVID. And we send troops to Libya. Okay, another war in Saudi Arabia as well. It's a lot, actually. It looks like they did not let Mohammed bin Salman rule the country. And every part wants to take control. There's also Hezbollah, Hijaz. I guess it's a wing of Hezbollah funded by Iran to control the nations. Prince Rebellion, yeah. It's the most oppressive regime in the planet. Conflict between Shia and Sunni. Mohammed bin Salman launched an armed insurrection against Central Saudi government. Okay. Yeah. Saudi civil war. Who should we support actually? Like, support the government, support Hezbollah. I think we would support Hezbollah because Iran is our ally, so when Iran's influence expand in the region, we become in a better position. So Hezbollah started vaccine research. We need to create our own. Yeah, we created Sputnik vaccine, which is a competitor to AstraZeneca and other vaccines made by other superpowers. Back to normal. Okay, non-aggression pact. Okay, if you want it that bad, Bashar, so you can have non-aggression pact. Ansar Allah. Okay, so Houthis took the Yemeni government. They are now the official ruler of Yemen. So Iran expanded a lot actually. They now control the entire of Yemen. Back to normal. Okay, fund military advancement. And Islamic extremists take Mecca. What is happening? It's still a Royal Arabian Coalition, Hezbollah, which was this one, the extremists. Oh my God, more extremists than. Okay, so I guess Hezbollah, we can win, but we don't have, we cannot send many volunteers, it's the problem, so we cannot give that much help, and we are being surrounded now, encircled, so I guess this would be our end. Yeah, Hezbollah will lose. In Ethiopia also we are celebrating, supporting the communists of Tigray, hoping they would win against the Ethiopian central government. Strengthen the president's party. We cannot do it now. Why? Because we still have many focuses before. Complete. Okay, so what? Should we meet with Zhirinovsky or arrest national extremist or Tower of the Kremlin? Let's meet with Zhirinovsky. Finished all of this. Now we are fighting against the LDPR, the fascists, because they are now considered a big threat. Putin would see them threat to his rule. So, actually also Putin would permit Wagner forces into DRC. And he would, I guess it's too much funding. That would be sufficient for now. Permit Wagner to into Mali, but still not ready. Mali should be at war. Another civil war in Congo, so Putin would send another volunteers to support the communists in Congo. Towers of Kremlin still not ready. Now we expand the government framework. One enemy is down. Oh, this country is not in war, Gabon. Expand all Russian people front. Now the United Russia would expand its influence for the upcoming elections to control Russia, and now, supported the liberal cadre for faster economic development, strengthen the party, guarantor of the system. Now, our party guarantees entire Russian system. We have a contract between a social contract between us and our citizens to provide them stability and safety in exchange of their freedom. Okay, so now Congo, we are doing very well actually. We secured the south and now we are going to northern countries. We are about to control the entire Central Africa. Oh, death of Wall Street. It means an economic collapse of the entire world actually. Wow. Would the USA survive this? And guarantor of the system is finished. Russian economy of the future. The US 7th Fleet remain in Taiwan. So American Civil War started, but their 7th Fleet is still in Taiwan. So they suspect a Chinese invasion of Taiwan actually. Now it's split. Trump controlling and Biden. Yeah, it's like every state almost something. This has its own leader and separated. It's a very big civil war. And the Communist Party in Russia would condemn the capitalism policy and say that we should nationalize all the means of production to exit this crisis. On the other hand, Zhirinovsky says that his prediction was true. We should go more nationalist, more radical. Wow, it's very big. Yeah, it's like every state has its own government now. It will be a huge time until America would be back into world politics. I predict they would be busy with their civil war for a very, very long time. Not our problem. Congress refuses diplomacy. Yeah, most tragic 21st century. Washington. So the state refuses diplomatic talks. Second American Civil War, and we would support Texas nationalists. So that's what Putin would have done. Okay, sure. American collapse. So we would say USSR understood the collapse of Western capitalism was inevitable. Or we can, this Soviet Union, we can also say Russian citizens feel sympathy for hardship. That would be like nationalist. We can help but quote. Yeah, I guess we would go for the communists. Which allows the church authority to improve our stability and war support. And let's send volunteer to Texan national government. We can only send one division. It's too little. Still. And Russian economy of the future, great. I guess now we Oh, we still have to do the other part of the focus tree. Defend Abkhazia and South Odessa. We can do this pass. Oh, we should do first crush Western influence. Yeah, I get yeah. And Algerian Morocco war. States of America now, yeah. Should we also take part of this conflict or not? Okay, so we would support Algeria, yeah. And clearly the West supports Morocco, so yeah, let's send the volunteers. And we are about to take Houston. Duma elections. Yeah, according to results, United Russia received most of the seats, as usual. We are attacking fiercely Houston, it would fall in our hands soon. Also, promote RP Green, yeah. Promote yeah. It would increase their influence. New opportunities in Guinea. And Serbia invades Kosovo. The entire world is on fire now. And Canada leaves NATO. Interesting turn of events. Now Europe is on its own. And in Congo now we are continuing to push. We are in a good position in Congo. Okay, economic one. Now the countries who combated the French influence should be rewarded. We give them economic help, economic contracts. Yeah, help them to develop themselves. Crush Western influence. Yeah. Oh no, now the Communist Party dominates the politics. We should do something about that. Move against the fifth column. I guess this would be our move. In Algeria, on the other hand, we are doing very well. We are about to take the capital of Morocco. Okay, now in Congo, we are about to split this nation and gain more territory. Okay, great. We are combating communism influence now. And Algeria, we won actually the Algerian war, so yeah, good for us. And Maghreb is now the puppet of Algeria. Okay. At least we got some more influence in the region now, North Africa. And yeah. The fifth column is finished. Now we are improving our influence in the government. Renew the mandate or anti-West propaganda. Let's renew the mandate now. Okay, now we defeated another Detroit stuff, and yeah. Battle of New York. Patriot forces clear Manhattan sniper, and yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Putin gets sick with COVID-19. So his condition would get worse. And Taliban enters Kabul, so now they control Afghanistan, renew the mandate. Anti-West propaganda. Balkan countries leave NATO, the more who leave the better. Netanyahu claims a state of emergency. Okay, very well. President conditions are worsening. Probably he would die. Sergei Naishkin? No, it's too early for me to leave. Putin wouldn't step back. Ukraine withdraws from Minsk protocol. And focus completed. Increase FSB budget. The express train, Vladimir Vladimirovich, yeah, whatever. Increase FSB budget. Prepare the union state between Belarus and Russia. And Kazakhstan offers help, and anti-Russian government took charge. And the president fled. This did not happen in real. Like in real, it was easier. Just Russian forces came to end the conflict. But as now it's escalated, then Russia would have entered the war against Kazakhstan to restore the order and bring the pro-Russian government back. The problem is that Ukraine would be more prepared. But Russia did not have any other option at the moment. And liberals protest, yeah, Navalny party protesting against intervention in Kazakhstan. And Putin dies of COVID. So this is another narrative event, like the Saudi king who had died. Yeah, having been the spotlight diagnosis, yeah, proving that Putin was in great shape, road to recovery. It was not true. Actually, he died from COVID. Yeah. Rest well, comrade. But now there is a huge power vacuum in the country. The other United Nations Russian members were not that powerful. So nobody knew what would happen. The country is in chaos. But still the operation in Afghanistan continues. Mikhail Mishustin announces early election. Yeah, still not there to serve out his current announced new, yeah. Okay, guess it cancelled because new presidential election. Funeral held for Putin. Yeah, guess it was one of the biggest funerals. Okay, so the next, actually, CPDR, the communists. Okay, so propaganda for the communists. And as people are pissed off with economic collapse because of COVID, every price are skyrocketed. So they would guess communism is the best option. We restored order in Kazakhstan, and now we can do a partial mobilization, which would improve our. But now we still cannot. We have to make focuses, I guess, to change it. Okay, so the Communist Party made a coalition with other socialist ones to gain more popularity, so they would be able to compete against United Russia in the elections. Also, 10 steps to people's power, I guess. Vote, yeah. A lot of propagandas just to tell the people. But in this narrative story, as I said, people are already pissed off, so they would prefer. And Ramzan Kadyrov supports Medvedev. Yeah. Tokayev returns to power. Yeah, the pro-Russian government of Kazakhstan returned again after our intervention. And renaming Astana. Okay, for military managed to maintain power in Kazakhstan. Everything has a price. So we annexed the northern region of Kazakhstan and got some of our territories back. Yeah, Kazakhstan is much smaller now. LDPR and TFR against corruption. Okay, enemy of my enemy is my friend. The Communists and LDPR are also together now against United Russia. Everyone is attacking United Russia now. Our Soviet past. Thousands of troops, yeah, Victory Day again, celebrating every year. Campaign for the Communist Party. Faithful people needed to the country. I guess this is it, there is no other option. We have to wait 17 days until the election day would come, so yeah, at the point we would just promote the Communist Party. United Kingdom becomes the leader of the NATO after the United States exited due to its civil war. Central American War. Oh, socialist in Nicaragua, Salvador. The war is waging everywhere. Okay. And the Communist Party wins. Yeah, people understood that the years under United Russia was pointless. Corona had proven that capitalism is an inefficient system. Global economy is a joke. So now we would return to our old ways. Nikolai Harikov victorious in Russian election. Okay, Communist Party emerged victorious, nearly held an election. Okay. Restores SFR. Europe, communism, all power have entered Holy Alliance. Okay, so now there are a lot of enemies. Oligarchs also not happy with the communism rise. Draft a new constitution. The first thing the Communist Party would do is to draft a constitution to make Russia communist. Would ban the party United Russia also to consolidate control over the country. Also, yeah, all the funding would stop because new Soviet constitution, now we are red. We are Russian Soviet Federative Socialist Republic. Okay, first election to the new Soviet parliament. And Germany officially proposes a European army. Okay, Pan army, also, yeah, America's NATO, yeah, they want to defend themselves against us, like, yeah. Restoration of the Supreme Soviet, now the first step is done. Blockade of Taiwan. Looks like China is about to attack Taiwan. And I don't think the United States would do something about it because they are busy. Chubais left Russia. Okay, I guess People's State Alliance association with democratic state. Another step we would do is to make a United Nations of communist countries. Still not able to improve the economy to partial mobilization. And we found a communist country in America which we would support. We would also send the armies to Congo also, and we would support communist Venezuela. As the party's target is to spread communist all over the world, so we would spend all the armies and resources we have to transform countries into communist. And we established the communist EU for democratic states already, so that after we win those civil wars, these countries would join to our EU. Strengthen the party discipline, good. And People's Republic of China invades Taiwan. Great reconciliation. Okay. 10 steps to decent life. Yeah, we would replace the petro economy made by Putin, and now we are able to change to partial mobilization finally, so our economy can get improved. Okay, so now they have this little tribe, I guess it's Indian tribe, they just did not attack and conquer. Let's send them again. People are masters, yeah. Okay. Fate of Yeltsin Center, we can make it a museum of crimes. New plan, yeah, we are a planned economy, so we need to plan efficiently. Now we are getting better. Let's build some military factories to increase our army. We would need weapons, either for us or to help our fellow communists fighting across the world. Okay, we should nationalize now, take first steps. So, yeah, we would start with nationalizing the IT sector, I guess. We have a lot of okay, ensuring food security would be something. And nationalizing IT sector would be something else. The rest we would go to it later. But good idea to build another branch of Museum of Crimes to get more stability. Director of cost plan. Okay, so I think that the American knows what he's doing. We should support small businesses to grow. And another enemy defeated by the heroes, the communist heroes fighting in America. Okay, direction of development. Social responsible businesses. We should subsidize, or we just get to the efficient ones only. No, I guess we should support every business, so socially responsible business. Efficiency, then we would go like capitalists. We should support everyone. How are we doing in the... Yeah, Central America now united, became one big communist nation. Good for us. Now we can start peacekeeping mission, and this one is gold actually. Too bad I did not notice it at the beginning, but now I can send much more divisions to every country, enabling us to win the civil war faster. It's +5 division, so if I was allowed to send 1, now I'm allowed to send 6. This could finish the civil wars immediately. Okay, now we have an army of 6. I guess the war in Venezuela would finish now. We just attack the capital. And revolution in Hong Kong, really? How big is it? Oh, just this tiny province. Okay, good luck invading China. How much are 2 to 5 divisions? Yeah, good luck. And we are entering the capital. We are also doing well in Congo. We helped to secure most of its land. Now with the last enemy, and we would be done. In Ethiopia also, Tigray, we are doing well. Now we can finally make economic sovereignty. National Liberation Army won, I guess. Now we have 1 last or 2 last enemies and we finish. In Congo we won actually. The civil war is over and the socialists became in power. Red East, okay. Invite, yeah. Let's send 4 more divisions to the Americas. Now, yeah. The communists are having borders with Donald Trump, who has like double of their forces, so they are in a difficult situation. Which we assigned a marshal to the American front because it's very important to focus now. We need to spend every resource we have to transform America into a communist country. Taiwan maintains independence, so China's invasion of Taiwan failed. Wow. Okay, defeated. Now last enemy, and Venezuela would be united under communist. In America, the war froze. We don't know, is it a ceasefire or something? But we would be ready when they resume to fight again. Military coup in Niger. Oh, they are not, no one is communist, so we will not support anyone actually. It's a waste of resources. And Zelensky re-elected, good. Yeah, come on guys. Shuang. Now, after a fail of Taiwan, I guess China is suffering some internal conflicts. Some terrorists, I guess, are attacking. Xi Jinping ousted by Milda. Oh, so now they have a new chairman. They dismissed him because he lost the war of Taiwan. Support the new pink wave and African socialism. Republic of Turkey leaves NATO. It's more convenient for us actually because it's less borders to protect. United States took us away. Okay. Okay, we invite most of the South American communist countries to our United Nations, Red United Nations. Colombia, let's choose a side. How would we choose? Of course, the communists. Yeah, war is returned again. I was worried that it would be a ceasefire until Trump would finish the Patriot Front and then he would be free to crush the communists. It would be stupid of them to do such ceasefire. Okay, meeting with personal committee, yeah. And Tibet also would want to separate Islamic Republic of East. Oh my god. Now we are making a counter-attack in Ethiopia, finally. We were holding for too long until their army drained out of resources. And now we can attack and push them back. Reformists is power in China. And the solution of Belgium, really. We got Addis Ababa. And in Colombia we are I guess the war would be over now. Sino-Japanese Cold War begins. Okay, tension between China and Japan reached Cold War. Okay, and yeah, Colombia is united now under the communist government, and it's also bordering the South American Socialist, the Central America Socialist Union, which is even better. Now for the communists in Ethiopia, we took Addis Ababa. We need to get the important city, and then the war would be over. Okay, now what? Now restart state bureaucracy. Yeah, completed, and reform security forces. I guess now Ethiopia is weakened and this, yeah, it's a matter of time until they would be defeated. Expansion of state owned. Do we actually need this? No, not right now. And the Tigray Defense Forces won, but for some point we cannot invite them to the Red United Nations, I don't know why. Indo-Pakistani War. New Lenin enrollment. Restoration referendum. New Union of Russia and Belarus. Now we are starting to, they agreed, we are starting to integrate the former Soviet republics into our union. So now Belarus became red again. And they are one of our republics. After Belarusia would go to Tashkent and get the Asian country, Kazakhstan agrees, of course, after we help them. Yeah, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan refuse. Okay, so we would do it with the hard way. Egypt calls up reserves. Yeah, tension between Egypt and Ethiopia for the Renaissance Dam threatened Egyptian water. Good encirclement we made here. Yeah, Rojda. And we would make zero interest rate because it's not a communist thing, and excellent workers' condition as well as low taxes. Let's turn everything into communist. India want equipment, actually politely refuse signing Tashkent agreement. Moscow's influence is growing. Okay, now Tbilisi, let's get our Caucasus republics back. Georgia agrees, amazing. Together against corruption. Let's crush the red directors. Why does my motherland? Yes, so equal right with every other republic. Third African War. So Egypt actually declared war against Ethiopia. But Ethiopia is defeated, like there is no Ethiopia. Who are they fighting with? East African Federation, and Ethiopia helps Egypt. Whoa. I guess the mod did not understand that this war Tigray could actually win against Ethiopia. All the odds were for and they won the war in just one day. Like, there was no Ethiopia, so the dam was struck by airplanes and the conflict is over. Now our armies are in the border with Turkmenistan. And it ruins the Tbilisi declaration because it should be peace. I did not realize that. Great, now Turkmenistan returned again to the Union and we could remake the Tbilisi declaration right now. Okay, let's ban the Popular Front, the Western opposition. Let's send back the divisions to the communists in America. Georgia refuses this time. Okay, make it with hardware. Everyone else agrees. And signing Tbilisi, actually it's in Georgia. Georgian capital. So at the end, Georgia changed their mind and just agreed to join the Union after they saw what happened to Turkmenistan. Amazing. So now no other wars. Window to Europe. The party would now start to fund communist parties in Europe. And mammals brought back from extinction. Wow, scientific miracle. Okay, now this front line is empty, so if we just get it for the communists, it would be better. Now we are a rich country, we have no debts, we have surplus. Let's fund all the parties at the same time, we can afford that, just for the sake of communism. And coup snatched in Transnistria. Okay, so now Transnistria separated and they are bordering Ukraine also. 14 soldiers, very good actually. And protect the Russian minorities. Now we will not fall into Putin's mistake and we should unite Donetsk and Donbass into one mighty nation. Okay, so Donetsk would be the capital. Oh, this is death school. Wow, crazy. Good that we are annexing them. Imagine if these people rule the United States. Take Miami. Great. Now another victory for the communists. New head for Novorossiyan government. Red Donbass. Long live Soviet Novorossiya. Or Ukraine. No, I guess we will not make it a separate republic. It should be a part of Republic of Ukraine. Liberal reforms. Let's recall volunteers. I'm sorry, but We are preparing for a huge war. The fate of Shoigu, he can still be handled. Wagner, disband the organization, remake them into professional brigades, farming development increase, United Command. Yeah, Transnistria now got the entire of Moldova. Yeah, unified command structure, reform the office corps. Egyptian drought, yeah, creating one. What happened? Didn't Egypt just destroy the dam? Is it, are they building another dam right now? Death of Pope Francis. Prepare to march west. Okay. So, Army of America, Declaration of Men's Right. So they would say if any state would want to be independent, they would let them. Okay, prepare to march. SFSR, recognize Donbass and Transnistria. Pro-Russian fifth column. Hold military drills. Yeah. We should prepare for our war with Ukraine. Reestablish party school. Realize the people. Creative Marxism. Yeah, it would be different one, not like the old Marxism. New Secretary of Ideology. Now our ideology is not Marxist-Leninist, but it's like the church is now accepted. Small businesses are also accepted. So it's not as scary as before. You can exit the border, you can travel anywhere. You know, not that scary. We would get public health, public education, also secondary public education. So everyone has the right to get higher education. And we start the military operation in Ukraine. It will not go as it went in real, like we managed, our army in Crimea managed to expand, so now we are doing well. They did not expect a huge attack from the south. Also, they are trying to blockade us, but we managed to take them out. We don't have time to send to India because we are busy with our own wars. Let's open another front and go to yeah, we should take Odessa. South Ossetian volunteer to fight. Okay, great news. Chance Gerasimov's doctorate. Gerasimov's doctorate is about merging the military unit with cyber. But the NATO in this mode did not just stay passive. Without the United States, the United Kingdom is the leader and they are deciding to implement Article 5. So we would expect them to join the war soon. But we are already about to split Ukraine. So I guess even when they interfere, would be in a good position. Skirmishes in Belarus and Poland, armies are fighting each other. Now we can make war mobilization, finally. Like, we cannot make total, and I think it would be too much, but war mobilization is good. Like, service by, you know what, I think extensive conscription. We don't need all the bad modifiers from service by requirement, and we have enough manpower anyway for now. If things get worse, we can make it service by requirement later, but not now. And Odessa falls into the advancing Soviet forces. Yeah, finally we took Odessa. Now we can start an invasion to the Baltic states. Great, good encirclement we made. So, and every European Union nation is joining the war. We should finish quickly. If they come here now, it would be a difficult situation for us. Expand C90 production. Ghost of Kiev. Okay, Ghost of Kiev footage appears to be MiG under NATO's naming. Okay. Now we are encircling about half of Ukrainian army, just slaughtering them. Now from the other part of Ukraine, the NATO had arrived, so the situation now is much difficult for us. A lot of armies, a lot of units. I guess we should expect a counter-attack soon. On the other hand, we are doing well in the Baltic, the might of the Red Army. 31,000 to 428,000 casualties. Okay, Secretary, we need someone with experience. Now 37,000 to 607,000. Their losses are like skyrocketing compared to ours. Okay, now we took Estonia. Now Latvia. Now during war we are focusing about science and environment, green environment. Great, now we merged our army with Kaliningrad. So now Kaliningrad is not isolated anymore. And we could push all of them to take Poland. The war escalation is also still one, so not so bad for us. I guess we can move now. Yeah, red environmentalism. India, come on, we are at war. What planes do you want me to give? Revival of Soviet science. Fall of Warsaw. And it now looks like Poland would be capitulated. Yes, they did. We took like half of the country. Now let's get the army to the west of Ukraine, make a surprise attack, and it would be time also to call our puppet Belarus to war and attack Ukraine from the north. Would be wise. And what is happening? Oh, they surrendered. So I guess it's victory for us. Yeah, we won the war against the NATO. Yeah. And the Soviet Union is shining again. The return of the Soviet Union, Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. So we achieved the goal of the campaign. We restored the Soviet Union. We defeated the NATO, and we are about to restore the ancient East Bloc and Iron Curtain. So thank you for watching, guys, and I hope to see you soon. Leave a like and please subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video.